Live from Charlotte, North Carolina, it's the home of the Hornets, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. Last game for the Hornets, they picked up the W against the Grizzlies in Memphis. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
Yeah, and they also controlled the pace of the game for most of the night. Outstanding effort in a hostile environment.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Bibby is out there with Richmond. Then it's Peja Stojakovic. Then there's Carr. And it's Papagiannis in at the center, filling out the middle. Joseph against Bibby. Back to Lee. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Joseph with the ball. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. Here's Richmond, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And 2 very gifted offensive teams, Chris, playing tonight. Fun to watch them go back and forth.
Hey, games like this, though, you got to be careful because you can get lulled into a shootout at any time, and that takes your focus off of doing the little things, paying attention to detail. That's your success. Don't get caught up, or this could be a big run really fast. And once he gets into a groove like that, you can just count.
Maybe against Joseph to the wing right side. Wolf. It's good from long range. The Beast's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And it's Sacramento's ball. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Good poise led to good shot selection, and that was the key to maximizing their opportunities.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Richmond. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
Joseph against Bibby. Sacramento grabs the miss.
I'm sure he thought that was good when they left his fingertips. As a matter of fact, I know he did.
Now, here is Stojakovic. He's guarded closely. Here's Richmond, and that's going to be a travel. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for Sacramento.
And it was a versatile offense they featured. So many teams these days rely heavily on the three-point shot, but they kept it balanced. The triple was still a big part of what they did, but it wasn't the only thing they did.
Got a piece of it. Stojakovic against Joseph. There's the pick. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. A nice pick right there to get him right to the rack.
Well, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was timely.
Richmond kicks the bid. Fires the 3. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, but he has a big height advantage, but that's somewhat mitigated out there on that perimeter. You got to come check him.
Now we'll go to DA. We had a chance to talk with head coach Dave Yeager. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Look, he said this game should probably come down to the rebounding game. He said those guys are vacuums on the glass, so we have to have that same mindset, that same level of passion for controlling the boards. That strategy is pretty clear, Kevin. Back to you.
Much appreciated, David. Thank you. So what does that mean if your man is doing a better job cleaning the paint?
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Well, you like to see a little more physical nature on defense. You have to make him earn those points at the strike.
There's the pick. Over to the wing. Maybe against Joseph. Lee outside. Here's Wolf.
Oh, come on. Did you see that? Did you see that? And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. top Carr. Back to Bibby. On the wing, Richmond. 6 to shoot. And that one drops. Richmond's got 9.
Okay, 4 for 5 from the floor right now. Wasting no time in this offense rolling.
Joseph against Bibby. To the left wing. Out to Lee. Bibby against Joseph. Back to Lee. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Charlotte shooting their first free throw tonight. Sacramento's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Now Bibby, 14 points from him the last game against Toronto. Back to Richmond. Shot clock at 6. He dishes it to Bibby. Passes to Carr. Wants to get it to Richmond and does. And Lee pulls it down. For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. You had some amazing years with the Kings. Thinking back on it, what was one of your favorite moments in this jersey?
Wow, clinching the West in 2002. Really thought that was going to be our year. Have my jersey retired by the team. It was pretty special as well. And, you know, just the fans. You know, when you're getting buckets in front of those fans, it's nothing like it. And so just the memories I have being part of the community of Sacramento.
Dio, and he jams it with authority.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
The Kings trail by 4. Bibby kicks to Richmond. And here's Stojakovic. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor. And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Now, here's Joseph. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Lee outside. 5 on the clock. And the layup falls. Lee's got 7 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Richmond dishes to Bibby. Sacramento moving it around. Carr sets a screen. Stojakovic kicks to Richmond. Banked in off the glass. He's got 11.
Nice bucket. There's no question about his skills at the offense.
There's B-Train. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. And in the early part of the season, a lot of players, Chris, are just trying to get into the rhythm of the season. When did you feel like the NBA season truly was in full swing for you?
For me, it had to be in full swing day one. I had to be ready because I was putting as the best in my position, and I wanted to establish myself as the best in my position. And so that's why I think that I tried to have an advantage over other players. Where guys were trying to get a rhythm, I made sure that I used the preseason for that because I wanted to come into the beginning of the season game busters, knowing you're going to have your ups and downs during the season, but this is not something where you could just warm your way up into the season. You better come out ready to go, or you're going to be looking, trying to find your rhythm all year long.
That's a good message all players should hear. Lee passes to Boyd, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Bledsoe against Joseph. Healed with it. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. From outside, off the mark. Here's Joseph. And Joseph slams it home.
A lot of showmanship there as he increases the lead.
Oh, I like it. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Oh, that was sweet, and that's what makes him so dangerous. Not only can he set up others, but he can also be a big-time finisher.
And it's lights out with the foul. That's his first foul. ABC's checked in for the Hornets. They double-team Bledsoe. And so here's Sacramento. Clock at 6. Latrey. They get the rebound. Carr, no good. Hornets leading by 7. Now Joseph. He's averaging almost 31 points a game right now, an extraordinary figure for any player to post. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player putting an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. Charlotte making a switch here. Campbell's checked in. Outside, Garcia. Feeds it to Brand. That one's not going to go. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. This is their first chance this season playing Charlotte.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
And that makes it interesting. They don't know each other all that well, so we should see a lot of in-game adjustments.
The Kings shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Hornets leading by 8. They set the pick. Campbell kicks to Brand. Outside, Garcia.
Oh, great dunk! Freakish, athletic.
Wow.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. Yeah, you see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
And Richmond with the stuff.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. 1:32 left in the first. Brand is screen on Bledsoe. Pass to Boyd. Outside, Garcia. Richmond with the steal. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw. And a quick look now at the best free throw shooting teams. The Hornets, number 1.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
So it's the Hornets now. 6-point lead. Brand is screen on Bledsoe. Here's Campbell. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Oh, just a solid screen to free him up. Makes the layup possible.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Knocks it loose. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Pushing it up. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Bledsoe against Campbell. Clark sets a screen. Bledsoe dishes to Richmond. Shoots over Garcia. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Campbell against Bledsoe. Campbell the pass to Garcia. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
Oh, that's a brutal giveaway. A pass to no man's land.
Fox against Campbell. Carr with a screen on Campbell. On the wing, Hield. And Fareed kicks to Fox. And here are the Kings now. And so is Charlotte going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move. The Kings trail by 10. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Sacramento, they've got Bledsoe. Hield is out there with Kenneth Fareed. Then there's Antoine Carr. And it's Fox in at the point. 4 on the shot clock. Carr sets a screen. Hield with the bucket.
I like how Hield runs the pick and roll. If he gets any separation off the screen, he's ready to fire.
And here's Brand. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Screen by Brand. Campbell, the pass to Boyd. Outside, Garcia. Here's Campbell. Brand outside. Garcia can't get it to go. The Kings trail by 8.
Oh, Buddy Hield, the main part of the package that came back to the Kings in the Cousins trade. Hield was a player the Kings have been interested in for a while. Ownership targeted him specifically in the Cousins trade.
Lions the pass to Campbell. Charlotte moving the ball around. And there's the pass to Lyons. Drills it from outside. ABC's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Sacramento's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And Chris, with Hield, part of why this team was so intent on getting him was because they love how he can develop as a scorer.
Oh, yeah, and to be clear, he can't replace Cousins with his production, and the team knows that. They wanted a perimeter scorer to transition and build around. They got their man in Hield.
Fox dishes to Fareed, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
The first one falls. Well, Chris, we know that there are a lot of trash talkers out there in the NBA. Did you ever talk a lot of trash on the floor or do anything else to try and get an opponent's attention away from the game, get in an opponent's head?
I used to love talking, man. It kept you focused. If you talk, it means you have to back it up the next play. You can also get in the player's head, get them thinking about themselves individually. And if I get you thinking about yourself, I've already won because now you're not thinking about the team. But I'll tell you what, some of the best trash talkers I've ever played against, Larry Bird, Gary Payton, Rick Mahorn. Those guys talk the best trash ever, and I definitely can't repeat anything any of those guys said. It's all out of love, it's all out of fun, and I don't remember very honestly anything anyone has ever said to me because it was all so outlandish, so crazy, so funny that you just let it go after the game.
Brand, a screen on Fareed. Garcia against Fareed, and Garcia kicks to Brand. Rebounded by Papagiannis.
Aggressive move to the bucket, and the D is ready for it.
For 3, Bledsoe. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
I don't think they were expecting that shot. They didn't really make an effort to get out of it.
Big Daddy. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. He rifled that one in from distance. Garcia's got 5 points so far.
And how about the confidence to pull up from out there, and what skill to knock it down?
And that's a foul called on Money. That's his first foul. Some changes for Charlotte. Big Dog, he's checked in for Big Daddy. And B-Train subbed in for Big Cat. And a change for the Kings. Bibby's checked in. Stojakovic, the pass to Bibby. And they're on the break. Here's Garcia. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Garcia's got the lead up to 11 now for the Hornets.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You see, he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about is rotations. A lot of miscommunication out there.
The Beast, he's checked in for ABC. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Wolf. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, but if I could say so, it was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
5 to shoot. He's all alone. Jumps up.
Watch out. Watch out. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Campbell against Bibby. The kick out to Fareed. Clock is at 3. Outside Stojakovic. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
You can't let him get in the rhythm from out there. He's too good of a shooter.
Here's Dio. Campbell with it. To the left wing. Passes it to Wolf. Inside. Shot clock at 5. He gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. For Charlotte, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the Hornets making a change here. Lee's checked in. The Kings trail by 14. Fox dishes to Bibby. Screen by Fareed. Bibby against Campbell. Fareed, a screen on Campbell. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Fox. 3-pointers off the mark.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, because you're spread out. It can be difficult to contest these shots, but not for him.
And so here's Sacramento. Now, here is Bibby. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Here's Papagiannis, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. One thing that I think many players and certainly many other coaches, Chris, in the NBA love about Steve Clifford is his brutal honesty. He will pull no punches with you.
Yeah, reporters just can't throw cliche phrases at him during the press conferences, or he'll just match it. The frankness he has with the media and players is one reason players like playing for him.
Campbell kicks to Lee. Nails the 16-footer. Lee's got 9 points.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Campbell against Bibby. Kicks to Stojakovic. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. The Hornets, number 1.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
Timeout called by the Kings. Now, Chris, you played for a number of coaches in your storied career. What's the one thing that the average NBA fan doesn't give coaches enough credit for?
I would say they don't give coaches enough credit for understanding players, and not just how players play, but understanding players' moods, understanding the idiosyncrasies of a guy's just being. Just the fact they're totally immersed in basketball. So the fact that you may have a guy that knows offense, Coach knows offense, he knows defense, he knows styles of plays, he knows more than the offense that he's just bringing to the table. So I would just say I think the overall knowledge and years put in to being a coach is probably the most underestimated attribute by fans.
That's great. Bibby with the bucket. Here's B-Train. 9-point game his last outing. Now Joseph pass to Wolf. And here is Joseph. Now the pass to B-Train. That shot, no good.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Pass to Papagiannis. Out left to the wing. Bibby kicks to Richmond. Shot clock at 6. On the wing. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision making, though. That's a shot you want to keep taking.
Clearly a foul.
For Charlotte, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Free throw good. Lead. The NBA coaching ranks always looked at and scrutinized. Only 30 great jobs out there in the league, and yet they're on the firing line, it seems like, every season. Chris, what enables head coaches, in your opinion, to be successful? And has that changed over the years?
I think what allows you to be successful, first of all, what is your acumen for the game? Can you communicate? Can you inspire players? Are you a humble guy? And, I think those are the main things that you have to, have as a coach. But look, players get traded all the time. Everybody's under pressure. So, just got to do your best and keep it moving.
Basket is good, and they'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
He's been in control here tonight, helping them get in front with his work from the field.
Charlotte shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. That free throw from Lee is good.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Healed the pass to Bibby. Carr with the screen on Joseph. Now here's Healed, covered by Lee. Jacks up a 3. Good tee by Lee.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Here's Joseph. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Maybe against Joseph. Here's the screen. Bibby kicks to Heel. Richmond outside. Back to Heel. To end the run. Kept alive. Dish now to Bibby. Carr sets a screen. Richmond outside. To the middle. Stolen. And now in transition is Lee. Here we go. It's good. Lee's got 16.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Papagiannis kicks to Heel. Here's Papagiannis. Back to Heel. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Papagiannis. Elbow shot is on the way. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And some changes here for the Hornets. Big Daddy comes in for Big Dog. And it's Big Cat in for B-Train. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Kings. Charlotte calls timeout.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Chance to draw up a great play. I mean, this is a chess match at work.
Garcia, he's checked in for Charlotte. Hornets leading by 21. Joseph with the ball. He's got 9. Screen by Brand. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Eric Bledsoe. Well, one thing that Dave Yeager has provided in Sacramento, Chris, is a connection to the core members of the team.
Yeah, and having your star player believe in Coach Yeager and vice versa makes life a lot easier for this team. You can't get very far with infighting between coaches and players. That's something the Kings have battled even before Yeager's tenure.
27 seconds left to play here in the half. The feed now to Heel. He kicks to Richmond. 6 to shoot. To stop the drought, and they'll turn over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Seven seconds left to play here in the half. Near the three-point line, it's Joseph. No good on that last second attempt there. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime
Welcome,
Show.
everybody. So far, a pretty one-sided first half. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Charlotte in control. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, how about that ball? That was a true definition.
That's it for halftime.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a... Sacramento's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. We've got the Beast. Big Dog is out there with B-Train, and it's Black Hole, and it's Joseph in at the point guard. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. Here's Richmond. That's tipped. Richmond against Lee. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
He just exploited the size mismatch, and he's getting easy looks tonight.
Well, we see so many of these players, Chris, in the NBA reach notoriety very early in their careers, sometimes even while they're still in high school. What was it like growing up as a star athlete and all the hype that surrounds it? You were the #1 high school player in the country coming out.
Well, you have to stay focused. You know, I didn't grow up in this era of social media and everything. I can only imagine that pressure now, but really you have to stay focused. You have to realize that you're just in the middle of your goal. You're not a celebrity or a star yet, no matter how good you are on that level. Everybody in the NBA has been the best player on their team at some point in time, so things are going to even it out. You have to stay focused, stay goal-oriented in school and in sports, and hopefully the best things will happen. And if you're lucky, like I was, you have some real good people around you, whether family or friends.
Yeah, good mentors, right? That's got to be important.
Yeah, you definitely got to have good mentors, whether it's coaches that can encourage you to spend all your time on the court, or whether it's friends and family that encourage you to stay focused and not kind of get caught up with others that may not have a focus or a love or a passion right now. So you just really need good people. It takes a village of guys that are feeling so much fame and getting so many accolades at such a young age. It's hard to handle as an adult. Just imagine trying to handle that as a kid. So you definitely need a lot of good people around you in your corner to help you succeed in life.
Sacramento's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots, 6 of 13. Back to Bibby. Shot clock at 6. But they get it back. Fabianis kicks to Stojakovic. Klar sets a screen. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
And checking out the numbers for Joseph, over the last month, he has been spectacular. First in scoring, first in assists, and he's first in the league in steals per game. Just an incredibly aggressive and tenacious defender.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down. Or even come close.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Yeah, while he's taking off, no one on the other side reacts. They give up the easy point.
To the paint, here's Wilkes. An easy layup after coming off the pit.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You see it up there on the scoreboard.
It's good. Fabianis has got his second basket of the night.
Nice job to get to the rack before the D could get any help in the post.
Now here's Lee. He's got 19. Pass to Big Dog. Here's the Beast. Dishes to Lee. And the pass to Wolf. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Now that's a great timeout called by the coach there to try to calm his team down. They're turning the ball over way too much.
Fox, he's checked in for Bibby. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Now Fox. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Carr, the pass to Fox. He feeds it to Richmond. He with the block. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Stojakovic has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Kings. And here is Joseph. He's got 13. On the wing, Lee for 3. It's rebounded by Carr. Carr's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
They set the pick. Fox kicks to Stojakovic. He dishes it to Fox. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good on the three-point shot.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
Here's Joseph. He's averaging almost 31 points a game right now, an extraordinary figure for any player to post. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. The Hornets number 1.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Richmond dishes to Fox. Six on the shot clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And we'll take a look here at the shot chart for the Kings.
Well, he has turned in a complete offensive performance so far, and he isn't through yet. I mean, you have to admire the work rate he's put in to get open on every trip. Even when he isn't the one scoring, he is affecting the defense as they have to gravitate towards him. And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And then as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
Pass to Carr. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Feeds to Fox. On the wing, Richmond. 17-foot shot on the way. And off the glass. That one's good. Richmond's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's B-Train. Joseph with the ball. Pass to B-Train. Here's the Beast, defended by Stojakovic. Shot clock at 6. And Joseph kicks to lead. That 3 off the mark.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
There's a screen. Fox passes to Carr, using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Let's see, he has the talent to do more of this. Take command of the offense.
Here's the Beast. 15 points in the game. Charlotte calls timeout.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. But we'll see what they run coming out.
Big Daddy's checked in for Charlotte. Big Cat comes in for B-Train. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Kings. Here's Joseph. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Joseph's got 9 points here in the second half. The Kings trail by 21. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Without question, lights out displaying his skills today.
Oh, it's time for them to switch up their defense because what they've been doing so far is not working.
On defense, the Hornets. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. And oh, here we go. Joseph's got the fast break chance. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
Carr sets a screen. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
He even knew he wasn't in good position. He tried to slide himself into a better spot. The official wasn't happy.
Garcia, he's checked in for Charlotte. On the wing lead, pass to Boyd, kicks it to Joseph. There's the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Garcia's shot is good.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
Shot's good by Bledsoe.
Great awareness side there against the taller man.
Well, he created a little separation from that mid-range. Just a good shot for him in that situation.
Joseph with the ball, now guarded by Fox. Here's Lee. And no good that time. And Sacramento will go the other way with it.
Still looking to get into a groove this quarter.
Carr softly drops in the floater. Carr's got his second basket.
Ooh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
Now here's Joseph. 19 points in the game. Outside, Garcia. And a big-time jam right there.
Yeah, he's been orchestrating the whole game at a high level.
And you see defensively, when they try to patch something up, he exploits a different weakness.
Fabianis kicks to Bledsoe. To the inside. The shot missing. Great D that time from Brand. Here's Joseph.
Oh! He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Bledsoe dishes to Fox. And Black Hole's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Hornets. ABC's checked in for Lee, and it's Campbell in for Joseph. And a change for Sacramento. Heald's checked in for Fox. Now Campbell, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Outside, Garcia. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Bledsoe against Campbell. Bledsoe passes to Hield. Back to Bledsoe. There's the pass to Carr. Clock at 6. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Hield is a great scorer. He doesn't let the D affect him, especially when he's deep inside.
There's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Campbell against Bledsoe. And here is Campbell. Outside, Garcia. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And here's a look at some numbers for the Prophet. His last 10 games have been exceptional. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And the Kings making a change here. Bibby's checked in. Campbell with it. Brand, a screen on Bibby. Here's Campbell. They set the pick. Clock at 6. Here's Garcia, and he comes off the screen and spins it through.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
You're right. They are precise in how they ran that play. Exceptional timing. That's all good stuff.
Now here's Hield. Defense right on him. Here's Fareed. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, and the defense allowing some room here on the inside in the second half, and they're taking advantage. A lot of their points coming from in the paint.
26 seconds left to play in the third. Now here is Garcia. He's got 18. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. You can't get that one. Hield. You can't hit that time. And so it's Charlotte rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up a quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story. Charlotte has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. On the floor for Sacramento, Jamari Carroll is out there with Kenneth Fareed. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Bibby. And it's Hield in at the 2. Garcia goes in. Here's Boyd. Kicks it out to Garcia. Clock at 2. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Fareed's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Hield. Again, Hield missing. Charlotte shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Campbell kicks to Garcia. Chris, if you were on the rules committee, what rule change would you like to see the NBA make going forward?
Kevin, there's not a rule I necessarily want to change, but I'd ask them to reinterpret a couple of rules, and that goes with the flagrant foul. I often see so many plays that are just hard fouls called as flagrant fouls, and that can affect not only a player and later on whether it's a flagrant 2, but it can affect the game. It can affect the next game by how it's interpreted, by a player being kicked out because of that. And so I just want to take the sensitivity or put the toughness back into that. So many flagrant fouls are called and they're not going at the head, or they're chopping down on the wrist. And I just like to see it get back to be interpreted as it was a little while ago, maybe 20, 25 years ago.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. 4 on the shot clock. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Bibby dishes to Fareed. Coley Stein a screen. Carroll, no one around him. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
And that's his role. That's where Carroll's at his best, the catch and shoot.
Now Garcia. And here is Campbell. Screen by Brand. The dish to Garcia. Brand outside. Back to Garcia. Brand sets a screen for Garcia. He kicks to Brand. Carroll with the rebound.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. And Big Daddy picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
And I like the way he's settled down here. I mean, after the sloppy first half, he's done a much better job taking care of the ball.
Campbell, the pass to Garcia. Oh! That is just nasty.
Athleticism on that play.
No.
Now here's Heel. Defense is right there. Fareed goes in. And the shot goes down. Maybe against Campbell. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. They set the pick. Outside, Garcia. To the middle. Boyd the pass to Garcia. On the clock. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
They get it again. The feed to Bibby. Dishes to Coley Stein. Back to Bibby. Screen by Fareed. Bibby kicks to Coley Stein. That's good. And it's Bibby with the assist that time.
And it's important for Coley Stein's confidence that he gets these interior shots to fall. The more he sees the ball go in, the more assured he will feel down inside.
Outside, Garcia. And the Hornets call time here.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. We'll see what they run coming out of this.
And some changes in for the Hornets. Big Dog, he's checked in for Big Daddy. B-Train comes in for Big Cat, and it's the Beast in for ABC. And a change for Sacramento. Fox is checked in. Passes it to Wolf. Campbell against Fox. Pass to Wolf. The free. And the Hornets miss again.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Campbell against Fox. He feeds it to Carroll. Screen by Fareed. And Damari Carroll with the three. Carroll's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And hard work has always been Carroll's calling card. He put the time in to develop that shot.
Fox with the steal. And it's Fox with the jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
Wasted no time on that one.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Campbell against Fox. Kicks it out to Garcia. Pass to Campbell. Here's the beast. There's the screen. Now the pass to Beacham. Here's Wolf, and he goes right over Kenneth Fareed and slams it down.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Cauley Stein with the screen for Hield. Here's the three. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Fox. Another shot. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. That's a foul on Charlotte.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
Some changes for Charlotte. Lee comes in for the Prophet, and it's Joseph in for Campbell. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Yorgos Papagiannis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Carr comes in for Fareed. Stojakovic is checked in for Damari Carroll. And it's Richmond in for Hield.
Oh, just a brick wall of a screen. Knocks the defender out of the play.
Richmond kicks to Papagiannis. Richmond outside. From outside the arc, drills the three-pointer. Richmond's got 24 points.
Don't forget, he had a 3 in the first half. He can really hurt you from out there.
Joseph with the ball. Passes to Beacham. Now here's Joseph. Lee outside. 6 to shoot. Rebound by the Kings. Papagiannis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Richmond with the bucket.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Here's Joseph. To the paint. Here's Dio. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
Well, that's a nice look. Recognizing he had the opening to make the entry pass.
The Kings trail by 19. Fox kicks to Richmond. With the teardrop. Mike Bibby's checked in for the Kings. Into the lineup. For Charlotte, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. Lee against Richmond. Lee kicks to Joseph. Out to the right wing. Here's Dio. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively. And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Sacramento's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Bibby dishes to Richmond. From 13, it's rebounded by Charlotte. On the wing, Lee. He's covered by Richmond. Feeds it to Joseph. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
After turning the ball over just once in the first half, he has really lost control of it a number of times in the second.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game. Lights out.
And he's been the man running the show for them, and boy, has he done a great job. He's up in the double digits in assists, and more than a few of those have been of the spectacular variety. For them to be successful, his passing has to be a key component, and tonight it was on display.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Here's Richmond, got a piece of it, but he stays with it. Clock at 6. That one off the back iron and out.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Pass to Wolf, jacks up a 3. That one, no good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Here's Stojakovic. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Lee. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clear.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Yorgos Papagiannis. Kenneth Faried comes in for Carr. On a heel, he's checked in for Richmond. And it's Fox in for Bibby. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Cauley-Stein kicks to heel. There's the dish to Stojakovic. To end the run. It's rebounded by Charlotte. B-Train's got 4 rebounds in this game. From 11 feet away, no good from Lee. Sacramento's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. One team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Hornets.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition. And when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Joseph.
Their offense had a great flow to it because of how well he was moving the ball. His assists were way up there, and he kept everybody moving, working to get over.
And here's Charlotte. They're on a 12-3 run. They set the screen. Here's Lee. Joseph, the pass to Big Dog. Charlotte moving the ball around.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
Heel dishes to Cauley-Stein. To the middle, stolen by Joseph. The pass to Big Dog. Fox with the steal. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the